So tomorrow's Monday, and at 9 o'clock I'm going to Tomahawk. So wish me luck to do my meditations because I'm going to do a lot of meditations and document it once again. Because I usually do documentations of when I don't record the meditation for about like 10 to 15 minute meditations that I do. And then I recap about that. I just did a 10-minute meditation on a 1 minute video to let everybody know that it's documented, that that is on the things of what I did that day. But sometimes I just record the whole 10-minute meditation so that you can see me meditating and everything. So that would be good. I got to get back on track with that because the meditations help me out so much. So I got to get back on track with that. And also as well, like like what was I talking about earlier? Um, Something about huh? I forgot what I was about to say, but that hardly ever happens because I'm always, right on point with what I need to say. But yeah, I'm just wondering, kind of what was else I was going to talk about besides meditation and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the magic. Oh yeah, the magic. I remember now. So magic has so many different variations and levels to the magic that is real. That we all have magic within us. Like we can heal a cut. We have the power to heal. That is like a magic ability, but it takes a long time for us to heal, not rapidly. But if we could heal rapidly after we got a cut and it instantaneously heals, that would be supernatural. Considered supernatural. Supernatural is like linked to magic. Magic because you're doing things that are extraordinary, like moving fast, like or doing things like that. Like what I'm saying is that I can, train myself. Like I trained myself before to go like this, to move really fast. You know what I mean? And I can do that. But right now I'm not gonna show you because I'm making a podcast about magic and the meditations that I'm gonna do tomorrow in Bradley Park to benefit my mind and to ground myself and heal and be with nature again because I don't find much motivation here in Merrill to go get outside just because of the fact that when I'm outside, it's like the town, the way everything's set up, it's like so far away from everything. And like, I don't know, it's just, it bothers me. Like Merrill kind of bothers me in a way. And it's like a weird type of energy that I just don't like. And I try to rebuke it. And I just don't feel like comfortable in this town for some reason, and I just don't know why. And it's just always been like that. Like the souls are not for me; they're not like my allies. And if that's the case, most of Merrill doesn't like me. Well, then that's probably why I don't like Merrill that much. Is because it's not for me. You know what I mean? It's going against my energy and everything like this. And I know this for a long time, and I like to get in Tomahawk or Wausau or somewhere where I can feel free, liberated. My soul doesn't feel burdened like these demons or whatever that's been attaching to me, like when I suffer or going through stuff. So they like when I'm in a town that I don't like. They like when I'm doing bad. They like when I'm doing miserable and stuff like this. And they add fuel to the fire when I'm down too. And this is what triggers me to feel really defensive. You know what I mean? When it comes down to needing to be in a better situation entirely. Because I go in the woods sometimes, and that woods is pretty good. But to get out there, motivated to get out there, it's pretty difficult because just walking through everything that I have to go through just to get outside and then to go out there and actually like do a meditation, it takes a certain amount of effort. But going to Bradley Park when I'm in Tomahawk, it doesn't take any effort at all because I like to go out there. And these trails, it seems like it's just still Merrill to me. for some reason. And it's still like energetically, there's like this bubble shield around Meryl that's like a misery bubble shield. And every time I'm in it, I don't feel at peace. Things get disturbed. Things end up not working out properly. I get unbalanced. I start overthinking. Like all these things start happening to me because I'm getting spiritually attacked. You know what I mean? And what I'm trying to say is that when I'm in Tomahawk, I feel a little bit more free and liberated. Sometimes I still have that attack, but basically, I just want to like be fully liberated and free. You know what I mean? And feeling good, because that's when I can just be at peace. Just a peace of mind, let alone having a good sense of peace of mind would help me out so tremendously much, because I think it's that fluvenazine, and partly because the souls are doing different tactics. If I'm not getting angry, they're doing other tactics in different ways to suppress me in certain ways. And I don't like it, but I like to be liberated. I like to be on top of my game. I like to be doing what I do. And yes, I do it. But what I'm trying to say is that this other side, the shadow side of me that I have to work on, the shadow side of like the dark things that I have to go through and challenges, this is all magic related to where I can alchemize anything for my rise, and know how to do that. And I don't like the sinister, impure energies. I have to have pure energies to alchemize. As long as it's pure, I can alchemize it to my benefit. Um, Whether it's good or bad, but what I'm trying to say is that we all have a sort of like ability to have this like magic, within us. So when I go to Tomahawk, I'm gonna feel a lot more free, probably less stressed out, and you know what I mean? Because I don't know, the oneness is real or something, and the energy of Meryl is just like he's going through a psychosis or something. I don't know. It's like because I feel like good and healthy and balanced, and but at the same time, I have the underlying like that fluvenazine, that medicine that I have to take. That is causing me to like get restless, and I have to like pace and do things, and that takes out a lot of the time out of my day, and it drives me almost crazy sometimes, that pacing. And then I get worn out sometimes where I don't have that much energy, but I'm still restless, so I still have to fucking walk around. You know what I mean? And it's just like I never get a break. I'm thinking to myself, you know what I mean? And it's just like what I went through recently. You know what I mean? Of like puking and going through that. Like for 3 hours straight of that alcohol. And there's that poison in my stomach, that yellow vial or yellow type stuff coming out. You know what I mean? And it was pure poison. It made my mouth feel really bitter. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is I had rapid heartbeat. Now I had heart arrhythmia where my heart was beating funny, the whole fucking time. And I'm sorry I used the F word. I don't mean to say that, but I was doing that, where it was beating funny like that. And then after that, I felt like my whole breathing and everything was kind of just wiped out. All the cells in my body were just wiped clean, and it had to start over. So I had to start eating stuff because I was doing the fast, and I needed calories at the time to restart my body's mechanism. You know what I mean? Because I went through like a poisonous state, and had to recover. And I didn't know I had to do it for 3 days straight of eating food, because eventually I had to come around to eating food because I felt so weak without it, because of what I just went through in my heart, and everything. So if my heart wasn't doing good, it has to heal from that yet. So I have to do all these things in my ability to like do the best I can to take care of myself. You know what I mean? And I like to be on top of my game, doing good, and being perfectly aligned in everything. And I'm starting to get back to health, you know what I mean? And that's good. That's a good sign. So I'm just letting you all know that, like, uh, what was I going to say? It was like the magic is real. The magic is real, and that everything is going to go according to how you utilize your magic in the ways that you think about it, and exactly the ways that everything orchestrates in your mind, and everything is the way that it plays out. And this is the way that, you got to utilize it that way. And for the ways of magic to start existing on higher levels and to utilize different aspects of magic, like, say, fire with your hands, or like teleportation, or telekinesis, or flying, or anything like that. Like, you would it'd be like in the dream realm, in the ethereal states, you can do that already. With ghost form, you can fly around. So it's all real. It's just that in this density form, it's a lot harder to fly. But you got to get to certain levels of like angelic DNA and everything within you to do them types of things. Like, and in different realities, it's more possible. It can be more possible to have them heightened levels of abilities, of magic, that are existing in this reality. So, yeah. So, I, Cody Kamrath, love, worship, honor, and obey the divine princesses and goddesses forever, and girls forever. Amen. I love you, divine princesses and goddesses and girls forever. Amen. Now, I just want to let you know that the magic, it's of how, like, we need to go about this is believing this, our capability of what we can do already, and grow that, and watch ourselves progress, and know when we get to a certain good stage of development of our abilities, of maybe it's singing or playing guitar or doing stuff like this, but a high level of it, to where you can utilize that magic within you to get that extra input on these vocalizations, extra spirit within that, your spirit, you know what I mean, to illuminate all this to come forward. And that would make everything happen for you. You know what I mean? Sedera says, that would make illuminate everything to come forward, and it would happen for you because you're giving it your all, and then you get all of that back in karmic weight of what you put out, of what you try to fix in your magic. We try to fix the universe by the oneness. The oneness is real. I talk about the oneness in the other videos of mine. You can check them out too. But this is all what I'm trying to say, is that the oneness is real, and we got to figure it out. And this is what I'm trying to say, is that we can all do this. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. All right. Bye.